Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. In our last video, I left you in the auditorium of the Office of Creative Incubation, and we are still working on the main quest of Ones Who Walk Away from Gorgon. Our last update was that we need to find the admin terminal in the Office of Creative Incubation. Lucky Montoya was searching for a terminal used by the facility supervisor. It should unlock the Synthesis and Manufactory Center, the site of Olivia Ambrose's old office. And no, I'm not just reading that to myself so that I remember where I left off, but I kind of am. And so I'm just now realizing this is where they sent the auditors, because where else would you send auditors but to the auditorium? Yeah, I'm just now getting that joke. And since my last video, I have looted the place up to a certain point. I was a little nervous with all of the triangles over here. And then I did just flag the electric fling. This was where we had to go and find a bunch of phonographs for Roscoe Clanton so that he can leave Gorgon. And one of them was in this building, and I realized just now that I hadn't had it flagged. And thankfully, we haven't passed it yet because it's right up there. So let's see what that has to say and then go from there. Yeah, I did not loot up here because red triangles. I thought there would be marauders, but apparently they're behind the doors. The auditors to the auditorium. I mean, really. I'm slow on the uptake. More than I'd like to admit, probably. Okay, and that door just goes out there. Oh, and nope, that door doesn't go anywhere. Aha, here's one of these recordings. Well, let's see what it has to say.
About your test subjects. I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
Oh.
They do?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent? Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Interesting. So they get their test subjects for, Adrena time from Tartarus. And if I remember correctly, Tartarus is like the prison planet? Right? That's kind of what that's supposed to be. But it seems the criminally indigent, does that mean people who can't work or who won't work? You mean they don't just send them all to early retirement, or is that a new thing? Okay, I should probably save after all that. So it looks like I need to go up there. There's triangles up there, but what's over here? Am I on the third? I am on the third floor. Was I on the third floor last time? I don't think I was. There's the main entrance area. Rotational ordnance turret drone? Oh, did it kill all these people for me? Thank you, robot. My nice, friendly robot. I mean, unless you're a marauder, then it's not so friendly. That's disturbing and awesome all at the same time. Okay, so let's go in this door first. That looks like there's stairs. It might be a dead end. Oh, Ellie, you're behind a door.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. Did you kill everybody for me? Because I appreciate that. I waste less ammo. Hi.
With us?
Okay. What is that? Shampoo bottles? Like regular shampoo bottles? It's not like some sort of strange shampoo? You know, I don't know. I don't know what shampoo would have you do. Stay awake shampoo or something? Ooh, there's a cowboy hat over there. Anything else over here? How was my inventory? It's okay. I'm sure there'll be another vending machine on a different floor. Cowboy hat. Hat, wide brimmed. Let's see, what does that look like? Because this is important. I mean, it's all right, but it doesn't go with my outfit. Moon mask. With the eyes crossed off. Oh, one of you recommended I should go and find Carl, but I need to remember to do that and see if I have any different reaction. Ooh, that kind of goes, but this I think looks silly, but not that, because the top hat needs the moon mask to go with it. I mean, so yeah, I need to try to remember to go find Carl again and see if I get a different reaction with the defaced moon mask. Okay, so that one there, and there was another door here that I skipped past. Is this like the haberdashery area? Bowler. Okay. It's this one, the Duchess. Oh, that was the one that was in the shop that I would have had to steal. Oh, it looks less cool on my head. I don't know if it's because I have short hair, and that's why. Probably. If I had long hair, it might look different. And this is the door out here. Okay. I feel like we're making progress. And these are stairs down. But I want to go up. But there's stairs down. Well, we have to investigate. Maybe it's a dead end. It looks like it might be a dead end. Is there like some amazing legendary down here? Probably not. A shotgun maybe for the Vicar, but he's got like some crazy awesome sounding shotgun whose name I keep forgetting because it's that crazy and awesome. So floor 4, top floor. Oh, the robot went down. Oh, there was a robot downstairs I meant to talk about. It was a drug dispensing drone or something, and I just thought it was really funny that like a drone whose only job is to dispense drugs. You know. Oh my, there's all kinds of things. And there's stairs up again. Let's see, is this a dead end? It is a dead end. It was sealed. I bet you I go in a different way and that's where it spits me out.
Processing. Here they come.
Oh.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, but like, I thought the robots were my friends. Maybe not all of them. Boardroom. Ooh, look, big TV. Totally the boardroom. This is where they sat with their Adrena time. Definitely more of a space Fallout vibe with all of like the wreckage everywhere. And I appreciate it and I like it. Any notes? Notes. Meeting minutes. OCI Cerebral Committee minutes. The meeting began with a traditional recitation of a passage from the Spacer's Choice user manual, followed by regulation roll call. Every member of the Cerebral Committee was present. A motion to implement the revised guidelines on linguistic cleanliness and company-approved language was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. Shocker, I know. A motion to award Miriam Kumara and Lawrence Goodfellow with commendations on their permanent record was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to file a demerit on the permanent records of Dr. Jasper Lowe and Dr. Marion Blakesley was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. I feel like these were the doctors who were like, yeah, this drug like does damage to people and we shouldn't sell it. A motion to redact any record of derelict employees, missing employees, employee desertion, or incidents of workplace violence from official company documents was brought to the table. The motion passed unanimously. A motion to dismiss the meeting early was brought to the table by Lawrence Goodfellow. In the spirit of conviviality and good humor, the motion was likewise passed unanimously. The Cerebral Committee adjourned for 0G and cigarettes. Yeah, it's just probably the total 50s, 60s vibe where cigarettes are totally good for you. And, you know, they aren't. So, okay. I mean, it's a nicer bathroom, but again, I know I'm stuck on the privacy issue, but I guess you could lock the doors. And it's a one-person restroom then. Jeweled ring.
You could fit whole families in here.
Yes, we could. Oh, and that's where we need to go. But let's go over here first. Champion tossball stick. Card is Tyson Christensen. Okay. Is that a special tossball stick by chance? No, just a regular one. Is this combat drone on Adrena time too? Or is that just a new thing in this DLC where it just bounces all over the place? A new world awaits. Wake up to a perfect society. The only colony on the edge of the frontier that is owned and operated by distinguished corporations. Record-breaking compliance. Spacers chosen. Darlings, Rizzo Rangers. No, I can't make out anything else. That is also sealed. Okay. And I'm getting lost. But I'm going in a circle, so I'll get back to where I need to go eventually. I feel like the screen's moving way too fast today. But that could just be the amount of coffee that I've had already. Ooh, terminal. What do you have to say, terminal? H. Harrell, secretary to Mr. Goodfellow. Okay, so Transcription Archives and Memos. Memo 0312. Herbie, take a memo. Actually, hang on. Let me get a cigarette. All right, take a memo. I want to personally walk down to HIA and wrap my hands around the necks of every single law-forsaken excuse for a researcher whose indenturement contracts we were stupid enough to sign. Who signed these anyway? Were they drunk at the time? Why are we hiring researchers who can't deliver the test results we want? Am I crazy? Is this unreasonable expectations? Yes, it is. It's like having a trial with the verdict already decided. Like that's not how that's supposed to work. Is supply and demand a foreign concept to these people? When I request a 0G brew, I expect a moderately cold glass of something reasonably alcoholic. Moderately cold, reasonably alcoholic. Slapped with a Spacer's Choice brand. When I request test results, I expect to see scientifically proven, medically verified evidence that adrenatime is a miracle drug. I didn't ask for a long list of dangerous side effects. I asked for adjectives. I can't turn high rate of violent confusion into marketing copy, Herbie. What in law's name am I supposed to do with side effects include paranoia and suicide? HII just screwed us with our pants on. The cerebral committees are losing their collective mind. Now I need to go pat them all on the shoulder and wipe away their sad little tears and tell them everything's going to be all right. Why are you still typing? Don't put that down. I was just rambling. Oh, I love it. So memo 313. Herbie, take a memo. I'm getting real sick of Clarence mostly. Remind me again why we brought him on this project. He's not part of the Spacer's Choice family. He's never been a part of the Spacer's Choice family. The Mostleys, what do they do again? Oh yeah, they peddle furniture. I'm a manager at Halcyon's most recognizable brand in affordable goods and services. I don't need management advice from some guy whose family designed my footstools. Actuaries should stick to actuarial work. Don't go advising me to turn the screw on Jasper Low and those lab coats at Chem. I know what I'm doing. Hang on, I need a cigarette. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, take a memo. We need to turn the screw on Jasper Low and those lab coats at Chem. I want you to draft up an official order. Tell Chem. I feel like Chem stands for something. I feel like I should know what it stands for, but I can't remember. Maybe I don't know, and that's why I don't remember. But anyway, hang on, let me think. Yeah, tell Kim they need to fire 1 in 10 researchers and that we're slashing their deadlines in half. It's a Roman solution. We could learn a lot from them, the Romans. They pretty much invented discipline. I don't see how that's Roman. But okay. And let's hack memo 314. So for inaudible's sake, all our quarterly reports, all of them gone. Hard copies, terminal data, it's all gone. What kind of sick degenerate mind destroys quarterly reports? We've got a surprise audit scheduled. What am I supposed to show the auditors? I need to send a message down to the receptionist, no auditors allowed. Because they would be allowed in the auditorium, because that's where an audit should happen. Sorry, I know, I can't, it's so awful. And I need to talk to the committee immediately. Why are you typing, Herbie? I didn't ask you to take a fucking memo. Delete this. Hey, are you listening? I don't think Herbie is listening. I think Herbie is having some second thoughts about working for you crazy people. So this is Lawrence Goodfellow's office. Lawrence Badfellow, more like. Okay. For some reason, I thought we were going to Olivia's office. Oh no, we have to unlock something here to get to Olivia's office. That's the plan. I pay attention. Sort of. I just want to find the guy who's also dressed in the Moonman mask. I mean, it's the little things I want. Red fedora, or red banded fedora. Flurry. Flurry makes the worst winter storm look like a light drizzle. The longer it rages, the faster this weapon will bury your foes. Oh, I need to test this out for science. Some weapons need to spin up before they are able to fire. Okay, yeah, that I have experience with that. That's kind of cool. Hey, Nyoka, would you like a new gun? I feel like it's going to do less damage than your gun, but maybe I should save it for Parvati, because Parvati also, wow, that's a lot of 2,200. And this one's like 404. Damage is 128, damage is 69. Okay, technically better, but let's give it to Parvati so I can see it in action next time. Next time being like whenever this quest ends, I want to go switch out my party, in theory, and see what Max and Parvati have to say about things. Yeah? Okay. Shotgun there. What is that back there? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, it's just a model spaceship, Jessica. Excuse me, Ellie. Thank you. Okay, so L. Goodfellow, admin functions. Unlock synthesis and manufactory center. That's what we need to do for our quest. Error procedure interrupted by something. Synthesis and manufactory center placed under emergency lockdown. Well, let's override synthesis and manufactory center lockdown. Requires authorization from senior staff at ChemLab, Human Inquiry and Auditing. Staff directory protocol activated. Please visit Transmission Tower Alpha for staff directory. So synthesis and manufactory center status. Alert executive lockdown must be overwritten at ChemLab and Human Inquiry and Auditing. So messages. Thank you for using Gimsy. Okay, all that's the same. Incoming messages. From O. Ambrose. Subject size, all recordings high priority. To Gorgon managers from O. Ambrose. Subject sees all recordings high priority. Bring them to me, and for fuck's sake, don't let the journalists off the fucking asteroid. Oh, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, project director. So that was all of the recordings from the reporter, like one of them we just picked up. So from Olivia Ambrose, subject production schedule. So you think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that will make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Cheers, Ollie. Oh, it's not Olivia Ambrose. It's, oh wait, Ollie, Olivia. Maybe that's what that is. Okay. And then subject also from O. Ambrose, toxi-free rebranding. Change the fucking name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from the list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Kelatamex, Bintatron, and Emeticin. Toxi-free. Ollie. Oh, Ollie toxin-free? Oh. Oh, sorry. I have a bunch in my bag, I think. So outgoing messages regarding production schedule. If you are receiving this message, I am currently unavailable. In my absence, I have instructed my secretary, Harrell, to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved message vicariously, Lawrence. Okay, production schedule again. Dr. Ambrose, great timing. I was just sending Herbie over to your department with a preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography, meaning you don't stick to your schedule and have no intention to do so. So subject radio documentary participation from... Okay, so to all the Gorgon managers. Okay, hang on. So the original one was Mr. Lawrence Goodfellow. Many of you may be familiar with Odeon Pictures Byzantium's premier purveyor of aetherwave drama and drama adjacent. What is drama adjacent? Is that like a dramedy or something like that, maybe? Anyway, several of my personal associates at Odeon Pictures have launched a satellite studio called Pictureless Pictures. Really? Okay. Which emphasizes radio programs and serials intended to excite the senses and palpitate the glands. I have received a request to approve a radio documentary program examining the lives and contributions of Spacer's Choice scientists operating on Gorgon. The name of this documentary is Moments with Genius. I do not approve of the superfluous exclamation point, but I approve of the general idea. Please inform the other managers lawfully, Mr. Clarence Mosley. And then Goodfellow responded to that. Approved. Next time, allow me to make this kind of announcement myself, Mr. Mosley. Hierarchy exists for a reason. Okay. I'm guessing that's the interview that's been going on that Dr. Olivia freaked out about. And then archive messages from O. Ambrose. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. This is regarding the radio documentary participation. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucien demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucien guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. Oh. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit out on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. She's kind of scary. The journalists bunking and shipping and receiving, we can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Understood? Cheers, Ollie. Well, this was a...
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Who the hell are you? Whatever this is about, know that I don't respond well to threats. If you're about to issue me a dire warning, you can eat it. Now, I kind of want to know who this person is.
Call me the Ghost of Gorgon. Or its warden. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
You're hiding something, I'll find out. Did you just lock me out of the SMC? That's the place I needed to go, right? Unless it's good salvage and it's coming with me. I don't care about your musty old secrets. That's the best argument you got. Don't. Yeah, is this the person who just locked me out?
I did. And I am prepared to do worse if you ignore my warning. Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders.
Oh.
We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
Marauders were created? Those bastards!
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Looks like there's more to this job than I thought. What do you mean? How do you create marauders? We were hired to find a journal. Marauders aren't our problems. Yeah, how do you create marauders? I'm guessing you take prisoners, you tweak them out on drugs, they escape and wreak havoc across the solar system?
I used to think it was just life trying to kill us. Starve for a week, fight to the death for a good night's sleep. We were all a little mad. Marauders were just the folks who embraced it.
I always figured they were townies who spent too long on the factory line. Guess there's more to it.
Yeah. Whatever secrets are buried here, we'll root them out. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Does it change what we're here to do? We need the journal. Why can't anything be simple and straightforward for once? I mean, right? Right? There was one other thing. Unlock elevator. I'm guessing that's my quick way down. Is this the elevator? No, it's just an extra room. Who could be the voice on the machine? I wonder. He's got a pretty nice swanky office, right? He comes in here and you can stare down at the auditorium filled with auditors doing an audit. Yeah, I'm still stuck on it. Where? Was that the one that was sealed? Was that over this way? Well, I'm gonna take a minute to empty my bags a smidgen.
Show your boss that you are prime, because you take a dream at a time.
Is this the elevator? This is the elevator. And I've gone everywhere else, right? Because this was the assistant who took some great memos. What was my update? So in order to access the Synthesis and Manufacturing Center, so SMC, you need to send overrides from 2 other facilities, Human Inquiry and Auditing and the Chem Lab. Access the staff directory at Transmission Tower Alpha, which I feel like was somewhere nearby, because I feel like I remember going there. But anyway, to find someone who can help you breach these facilities. Ooh. Another person to talk to, but I gotta head back to the Unreliable. I'm like, I really want to do that. That was some seriously disturbing elevator music. Oh, sweet. It put me right back out front. I love it when games do that. Because running all the way back through, like, the, quote, dungeon that you've already cleared is kind of frustrating. So let's head out here and see if I can fast travel to the Unreliable and then back to where I need to go. What is that? Frotosaur Soldier? Or Frotosaur, oh my gosh. Frostsaur Soldier. Yeah, that's not embarrassing. Okay, so where am I? I can fast travel back here because I need to also head back and explore all of this area. But I need to talk to somebody over there. So let me see, where is the Unreliable? Okay, I'm gonna go to the Unreliable and meet you back here momentarily again.
Is that an Apex Mark V queso atmospheric dome? I've never seen one in person. Magnificent.
Thanks, Vicar. I intended on meeting you back over there, but the Vicar wanted to chime in. So let's fast travel back to where I was and explore a little bit and then head off to where I actually need to go. Murder Most Foul. Let's see. I'm going to give Parvati a new weapon. Oh, it does less damage. 30 damage, 76 damage. So it might be okay. And then the Vicar. This one is, let's see, 23 by 8 or 115 by 8. Definitely that one. But the old Reliable. Or no, it was the euthanasia kit. All right, you two. I expect some serious amusement and chatter going on here. So we need to hang a right and go back down this way. But yeah, this was the transmission tower. I remember that. See, fast travel point. My wandering is occasionally useful. I should probably save. Go over there? No, that's where we need to go. But I want to kill these frost sores.
Here we go.
Oh dear.
I'll fix you right up!
You tell him, Parvati.
Everyone all right?
It's like mantisaurs. What did I step on? Did I like trip over a rock and do damage to myself? What is that shiver pillar? What is this place over here? Okay, now I'm okay, we gotta come back. I gotta focus. Back over this way. I heard something. Now, did all the marauders respawn? Because that would be kind of annoying. Look, guys, Spacer's Choice stuff. Aren't you impressed? No? They're not impressed yet. Maybe we'll get there. Okay, so it was down over here. I went up there. I investigated in there. There was the elevator. All right, this seems to be very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Keep them quiet.
Thank you. Marauder Stronghold. Okay. Marauder Plunderer. I don't know why I'm sneaking around looking for loot. I need to just kill these guys and be done with it. There's only... It looks like there's 2 of them, potentially. There's 3, maybe. Oh! It's Charles from accounting! He's the Moon Man! Oh no, I can't. Oh, did you guys kill Charles from accounting? They did!
You okay, Captain?
I'm okay. Thank you guys for carrying me. But look! It's Charles from accounting. Oh, Charles. You have a defaced Moonman helmet too. Is it like mine? Is it like exactly like mine? 13. Oh, it's less than mine. Mine's cooler. Oh, Charles from accounting special delivery. Charged up in order to rapidly fire multiple shots. Okay. What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, Nyoka. I wonder if I can give this to you. It sounds like it's gonna break though. Oh, that's great. I'm gonna hang on to it so I don't lose it. Oh, Charles from accounting. You're the crazy moon man. I thought probably Carl was you. Oh, I guess we couldn't be friends. That's kind of sad. You found Charles from accounting. And he's the moon man. And I swear my companions killed everybody for me. Thank you. Thank you for carrying me through this game. There we go. That's the skill I want. Oh, I should have done this the last time. Oh, well, it's fine. It's over here. Oh, this was the entrance. Oh, but wait, there's loot. There's more loot. He was the Moon Man guy. Wait, did he have like a special outfit that I took too? Expanded heavy power armor. That's the one that I already have. And then remodeled low pressure. No. I'm mean, that does kind of go with the defaced one, but I love my outfit. It's so snazzy. So this was it? Just the Marauder headquarters? Nothing to do? I mean, Charles from County. He was the king of the Marauders, right? I need to go back and talk to Carl. Oh, there we go. But not today. What's over here? What is...
Here we go!
We're pretty good at this.
You act so surprised.
Not so lucky, Montoya, I presume.
Oh. Oh. Well, there's his hand and a recording. Or there's his hand. There's the rest of his body. I like your outfit. Can I have it? You've totally got like a Han Solo look going on, too. All right, Lucky.
I've stumbled onto something big. Bigger than Minnie Ambrose's journal. Spacer's Choice wasn't making Adrenatime for humans. They were making it for Canids.
Really?
The ads were all smoke and mirrors. There's no way they'd make something this dangerous for people. But why? To build an army? Like in the Archie Excelsior comics? To make them smart so they can do most of our jobs? To make them smart and give them thumbs so they can do all of our jobs? Only one way to find out.
Oh, you... Not so bright, Lucky Montoya. Oh, he really thinks that they won't do this stuff to people? Oh, Lucky, what rock have you been living under? Sorry, I just want to... There we go. See, I did misloot. Plasma cutter.
Gosh, that's fun.
Thanks. And I still have places I have to go back to, especially now that I have the Vicar with me. I have to find a stash for somebody who I already have the key for. Oh, I forget what her name was. I wrote it down. There were a couple of terminals, maybe. I think it was the Vicar. It was my... If I just go to my inventory and whatnot, it will tell me. Hack and lockpick. Yeah, it's really high right now. So I should be able to do all that stuff, but... Oh. Okay, I think we've cleared everything now. No more surprises, though. Oh, darn. Okay, so we need to... I still need to explore all of this here. I feel like the down over here... And oh my, all this stuff all over here, too. But let's try to go to the... What is it? Transmission Tower Alpha? And see what we can find there. That was the one where the guy was writing notes to the tower. Like, oh, I'll miss you, tower. Or it's me again. And I'm the only one who takes good care of you, tower. Right? This one, right here. Charles. He was the moon man. You know, I've already been to this terminal. It didn't have anything on it. Directory locate facility staff. Yeah, so one result found, name mostly Clarence. I have his eyeball. Location Byzantium Musgrave Collection. Thank you for your diligent commitment to personnel tracking and surveillance. Oh, mostly Harmless is my new quest. Whoop. Oh gosh, 32, sweet. Okay, let's go out here for a minute and look at our quest log. Okay, let's see. So the latest update said, in order to access the SMC, so we access the staff directory at the Transmission Tower Alpha to find someone who can help you breach those facilities. Okay. Then mostly harmless. Harmless. Your only lead is lifting Gorgon's emergency lockdown is the project's last known staff member, an actuary named Clarence Mosley. If you want access to the manufacturer, you'll need information from him. Clarence Mosley can be found at the Musgrave Family Collection, an art gallery located in Byzantium. I feel like I remember walking past that. Okay, let's do lockpick this time. not like an idiot and miss it. Oh, I have no more points available. I thought I got 12. And then perks. Let me poke around and see what I want to do for perks. So I think I'm going to go with Thick Skin, which is all area effect and plasma damage dealt to you is reduced. So it's minus 15% to AoE damage and minus 15% to plasma damage. I feel like that could come in handy right now because I feel like I'm taking a little bit more damage than I should, mostly because I am running around in a fancy dress outfit instead of actual armor. Okay, so I need to go to Byzantium, but I want to explore a little bit more too. So let's see, let's try running. Is there an elevator over here? Because I want to get down. You know what? Let's just fast travel back to where I was and explore a little bit because I want to try to maybe finish all the exploration before I head back to Byzantium. There doesn't seem to be too terribly much of that, and then we can just, in theory, stick to the quests or side quests. You never know, right? But it was over here, and then I go this way. Did I loot this guy?
There sure are an awful lot of marauders on this abandoned asteroid.
Right?
There's something different about these mantisaurs. Never seen their like before.
Didn't I kill these with you two? Oh no, I did that with Parvati and Ellie. Sorry, my bad. Oh dear. Again, let's save. I could be walking into something completely awful and what is this? Huh. Abandoned mines discovered. Okay.
Anyone else feel like the walls are almost leaning in?
Did the temperature just drop, or is it my imagination?
Oh, is this where all the frostosaurs or whatnot come from? Shiver Pillar and Frostsaur Soldier. Lovely. Okay, let's...
I see a nail!
She sees a nail.
I've had quite enough of you!
Tell him, Vicar. I gave you a really nice shotgun.
That's the last.
Ken. I don't know what happened. You guys got really powerful. It's your new weapons, isn't it? That's kind of what did it. I mean, like, I haven't changed anything else. Well, I'm already pointed that way, so let's go over here. Do some more things out of order like usual, you know. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. I'm so gonna get lost.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Here goes nothing!
I mean, I know that Parvati's is melee, much like Felix's. Parvati's is so much better. I mean, sir, you have no legs. Like, really. I probably shouldn't be down here. I think maybe we'll just investigate the mine and then maybe we'll go and go back to Byzantium or something. I don't know. Oh, there was stuff on the Unreliable that I needed to look at too. Like new decoration stuff. What's over here? Oh, I'm getting to that place that I was just wondering what it was. What is this? Oh no.
Benji, you remember that time?
That time we... Yeah, fishing. Down on Stellar Bay. You read my mind, Benj. Black sun on the water. Waves glinting like teeth. Swallow us whole. That sky. The rock. It's whispering, Benj. Yeah, you hear it too? Wants me to crawl. Crawl down deep. Let the beast consume. Benji. Can't hear you. You breathing? Ben? Ben?
That is so sad. It's like not funny, that's sad. The rock is talking to him. It wants him to crawl down. No, sir. You should not do any of those things. And I couldn't get to the body because there was a wall and it wouldn't let me. What is that? Is that like an alien spaceship landed on the planet or something?
What horrors might we now be approaching?
I don't know. Are you guys ready? I'm not really ready. Oh, but look, I think is that a recording? No, oh, it is a recording. Yes. I love the recording.
I figured the mines were gonna be trouble. Didn't think they'd be crawling with Mance. Must have gotten out of HIA a while ago, because they've been busy here. Something about the tunnels here gets under your skin and into the worst parts of your head. Makes you feel not yourself. In case I don't make it out of here. Marauders must have followed me from OCI. Time to make tracks while the Mants are busy. I'm shedding some extra weight. It's yours if you find it, whoever you are. You need it more than I do now.
Well, I saved, so let's try to kill the Mega Ice Queen. Mining accident discovered. Amazing.
Here we go.
Of course, I'm not fully... Holy crap, that's not good.
Down they go. They're too tough. Try something else. May you find peace in death.
If you kill her, that'd be amazing. Oh, you did it.
You got it, Captain!
Thanks, Parvati. Sorry,
Everyone all right?
Yes, we survived. Thank you for carrying me yet again. Oh, cold damage weakness. No, thank you. No, thank you. I took enough damage. Coat of arms. Reduces companion ability. I dropped off all of my mods because I'm just like, I can't modify my legendary, so why would I want to do anything like that? A miner. Ooh. Accident report Gorgon Mines. Ooh. So, minecart derailed from cargo track during transport, falling a significant distance before striking the ground with considerable force, spilling its cargo and damaging the unit. Cause, worker inability to appropriately manage spatial location, remain cognizant of environmental hazards. So it couldn't tell how far away it was to stop it in time? Is that what it's saying? So damages are loss of one minecart, delay in Compound X delivery. What's Compound X? So loss of this branch of cargo track expected to create significant additional delays. Recommend switching to new mining location to minimize delays and loss of productivity. No resources available to allocate to track repair or site cleanup at this time. Additional hazards posed: slippage, human bodily fluids, potential decrease in employee morale, visual, olfactory. Yeah, well, yeah, when they're slipping on human bodily fluids. Additional recommended actions: summon garbage processing officer for waste removal, shut down mine track associated with the site until such time as repairs can be made, relocate mining operations to another active site, increase all mine worker shifts to maintain current level of productivity, consider placing cones around wet surfaces. I mean, like, okay. That's so gross. So what is ingredient X, or I forget what they called it. I wonder what that is. Ahem. I think that's it here. Let's try to make it back to the entrance. I know I can fast travel, but I want to just make sure I didn't miss anything. Like this guy. And all his stuff. Because you never know, there could be another recording, which would be awesome. So I went down that way. Okay. I've sort of gotten my bearings, I think. And that's the way out. So what's over here? More frost doors. Parvati, you okay?
Everyone all right?
Yeah, Parvati's fine. But I leveled so that I can go to my workbench and upgrade my weapon again. That'll be nice. Earth? Oh, it's a drill. Okay. What's all the... like, is this like they drilled and put the metal in to hold up the walls? And... Ooh, it's a... Virgil's research site. Ooh, okay. This way.
Always saddens me to see research equipment just abandoned like this.
Okay. Again, I feel like we've heard Virgil listed off before. Pick up the Exhilarating Adventures of Archibald Excelsior, issue number 2, The Attack of the Crystal Canids. So, after his run-in with the Dancing Queen, proven hero Archibald Excelsior is mending his broken heart in the glitzy city of Fairview when a horde of vicious crystal canids escape from the laboratory of the evil, unemployed scientist. As the canids turn the city to ash with their plasma beams, Excelsior descends into the depths of the lab to put down the leader of the pack, King Alpha. The king connives to sabotage Excelsior's trusty PET, and our hero is forced to fight with the only weapon in reach, the skull of King Alpha's own mother, Empress Crystalline Alpha. Will our mustachioed hero escape the king's jaws and heal his wounded heart? I think I've read 4, so I think he'll be fine. So Maurice Walton's Datapad. Virgil, making progress on the graph plating for the package, though not nearly as fast as you'd like. Given the spin rate of Gorgon, the anomaly I've been observing is only present in the sky 3 hours out of every 24. It doesn't help that I've had to readjust my telescope every couple minutes to keep tabs on the slippery bastard. Come by my workstation outside the manufactory dome when you've got a minute. The data this thing is throwing off is strange as all get out. Be ashamed to compromise the package with a misplaced 0, right? By the way, I checked on Eustace. The fumes aren't doing him any favors. We ought to get him out of there as soon as we can. How's your sister coming with the schedule? By the marvelous moustache of Excelsior, Maurice. P.S. You gotta tell Bertie to stop bringing me food. If I have to eat another damned can of saltuna fillets, I'm gonna hurl. What are all these guys talking about? I feel like I missed a quest somewhere. Or I haven't progressed the main quest far enough to actually get it maybe yet. Worst case scenario, I can always Google, right? Okay, I think the mine is done, perhaps? Let me just double check up here. Although I think I'm good. Yep, this was the exit. And I think I got... Nope. Okay. Let me fast travel back to the Unreliable. Oh, no, not the landing pad. I want the actual Unreliable. Click on the right button, Jessica. And then I want to poke around my ship real fast. I clicked on it. Clicked on it wrong again. It's fine, right? That was a short trip for Parvati and Max, so we'll bring them out again when I come back here. What was...
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
I've heard this one. We've heard this one before.
Lean into it.
Okay.
Embrace
In my room, there was one thing right here. It was issue 1 of 4. Okay, they're just my room now. And then I got Graham's patch. Is that it? And why is Nyoka's conversation still stuck on my screen? It's fine. I thought there was something else, but maybe I'm wrong.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hip square.
Yes, yes.
Lean
Okay,
forward
we're going to head over
Just
to
equipment,
Byzantium.
Just an engineer using
Unless Ada has something to say.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Oh, nice. I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through. Can you tell Miss Ambrose I'm very busy and then hang up on her? No, let's give her an update.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose.
Right?
Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon, then lock the place down. Not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed up tight. I found a lot of shady corporate intrigue. Let's see what she says to that one.
Well, isn't that exciting? A lonely asteroid, an old research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue. And here I've just been doing the crossword. Any promising leads on Mother's journal? I've watched enough detective serials to know that a promising lead can get you anywhere.
Well, not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed up tight. Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Did you know that Gorgon was developing adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Shocking. Were you aware that adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make Marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend, a drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Can one drug really do all that? No. I'll be heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie. Let's go with the second one.
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
Yeah, I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back.
Oh, I will.
Yes?
Definitely. So crack my knuckles, yes.
That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
She didn't even ask about Lucky to see how he was doing or anything like that. And yeah, your mom wouldn't want you to get involved in the pharmaceutical company because she didn't want you to get involved in something so shady like Spacer's Choice, because they're not, I don't feel like they're shocking. Spacer's Choice aren't good people. But anyway, that was an unexpected conversation, so I am going to end things here for today. So on Saturday, we're going to head to Byzantium, try to find this Clarence mostly, and then go from there, probably back to Gorgon, I imagine, to hopefully get some more exploration in and other things. But as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Saturday with another new Outer Worlds video.